It's great to be here tonight.
Yeah.
Thanks. I tried to tone down the sparkle and glitter, but I failed. Because I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it, y'all. So, yeah, I've been working this new dating app lately. You might be familiar with it. It's called LinkedIn. I learn all sorts of things about people, their careers, their successes. I haven't got any dates out of it yet, but hey, that's okay. But seriously, you can get out there on LinkedIn. Anybody want to admit they're on? I mean, I know it's not glamorous, it isn't, but it's a great way to learn about people. But you know one thing that is not on LinkedIn, one thing that LinkedIn does not do? You don't talk about your failures. Have you ever seen anybody brag about their failures on LinkedIn? No. Because you don't do it. There's no place in the whole, structure to put your failures. Well, I have a treat for you all. I'm going to share a few of my failures tonight. Share a few of my failures. Yeah, I am a McDonald's failure. Did you know you can fail at working at McDonald's? You can. Living proof right here on stage. I did it. I failed. I think the crowning moment, the moment when it was clear that this is not my career trajectory, was the day I'm working the grill and they send back, we're like, we need 12 Big Macs. I'm like, okay, 12 Big Macs, I can do that. They actually have instructions, you can follow them. I follow instructions, I'm a good instruction follower. Put it all together, send it up front. Done. Success. Until the manager comes back a couple minutes later, puts one of them in front of me, unwraps it, and says, next time, put the patties on the burgers. I was just ahead of my time, y'all. I was craving the veggie burger before it was a thing. And if McDonald's had recognized that, they would have been well ahead of the curve and I would be super rich right now. Yeah. But obviously I didn't. So yeah, that was a really auspicious start to my career. Indeed, McDonald's failure. After that, they started assigning me to perpetual lobby duty. And if you have not worked lobby duty, McDonald's basically is cleaning the bathroom and taking out the trash. I showed McDonald's, y'all. I fucking quit, and I got a job as a janitor. I did, really. Yeah, that was my first failure. Really proud of that one. Next failure I will share, I am a missionary failure. Nobody ever knows what to do with that statement. Like, should we laugh? Should we cry? Both. That's what I do. I mean, let's be honest. No, really, I am a missionary failure. Spent many years in that line of work. And you know how many people I converted? Zero. That's your job when you're a missionary. Convert people. I failed. I failed badly. At least as far as I know, I failed badly. If there is anybody out there that I converted, I'm sorry. And I hope it turned out better for you than it did for me. Yeah, missionary failure. It's another auspicious career move. My biggest failure of all, though, actually started the day I was born. Yeah, I was born, and the doctors looked at me, and they turned to my parents, and they said, "It's a boy." I failed. I failed, y'all. I failed miserably at that, but I tried. I gave it my best. I played that game hard. I played it all out, and I failed. And I'm so glad I failed. I'm so fucking glad I failed. Yeah, one of the best days of my life was the day I turned in that fucking man card that I was never meant to carry. Yeah. Put that sucker up on eBay, lightly used, still in its original wrapping. Got a pretty good price for it. Yeah. Could have probably bedazzled it, put it on Etsy. That might work too, but yeah. So, being trans, we've had my dear sister over here, Zoe, led the way for us.
Sorry, I'm taking pictures of you. So.
Well, thank you. You should give my good side.
Oh, yeah, I got a few.
Oh, awesome.
Wait,
awesome.
pose one more time. Woo! Boom!
Wow, thank you.
Go ahead.
So, being trans is an adventure, it is. You know, and there are some people in this world who seem to have a problem with us. Yeah, I know, shocking, right? Especially with this audience, that's totally shocking. But it's true, a lot of them are in Phoenix, in the state capital, in fact. But yeah, I find that often, especially with men, and I'll say particularly cis men, really cis men, let's admit that, they're a problem in general in society. But, ooh, she's getting mean there. Didn't mean that, sorry. Yes, I did, she's right. But I find that cis men in particular, they're like, oh my God, you know, it's like being trans is this contagious disease they might catch from me. Like, oh my God, I mean, you're really brave. You're like only 5 feet away. I'm just warning you. Because you might get caught. I mean, I'm not worried about Zoe. She's already got it. She already got it. Yeah, it's like guys are like, oh my God, I might become a woman! Bro, you should be so lucky. Thank you, sir. Yeah. The other thing I often see is this idea that, you know, trans women in particular, we are just peeping toms who want to get in the ladies' room. Are you fucking kidding me? Have you seen how long that line can be? Anybody would choose to get in that damn thing? No, clearly, we trans women transition for all the benefits we gain as women in society. Yeah. Let's see if we can list a few. Higher pay? Greater respect? Yeah, having our voices heard in the workplace? Clearly that is why we transition, and we need to shut that shit down, clearly, so thank you, state legislature, for, anyway. Yeah. So, as my sister hinted a little earlier, one of the fun things about being trans is you get to go through puberty twice. I know you're all jealous. I know you are. Because it was so fun the first time. You're like, hey, could I have a repeat performance? Mm-hmm. Recently, the wellness coach at my office sent out this email, and it listed the top 3 cancers for men, the top 3 cancers for women, and I read it, and I looked through it, and I thought about it, and I thought, fuck. I'm at risk for 4 of the top 3 cancers. Shit. Clearly everybody wants to be in on that racket. Yeah, so here we are, Tucson Pride Weekend. I still think we need to push it a little farther. This weekend's supposed to be nice weather, but sometimes it's still fucking hot. Anyway, however, I do think that we need to think a little bit about our alphabet. And before you throw any stones at me, I am all about inclusion, okay? Nobody excluded. But let's be honest, LGBTQ, people are getting confused. They are. So let's make it easier for them. I've got a solution, okay? We are now going to declare being queer is now the norm. So if you are not queer, you're the one who's gonna have to come fucking out.
All right.
That's gonna make it super easy. It is gonna bring it down to 2 things. Cisgender, heterosexual, 2 letters, C and H. You can pronounce it, people. Chub. So simple. They even have their own sugar. C and H from Hawaii. Yeah. So, unless anybody thinks that I am anti-cha, I am not. I have a cha friend. She is really awesome. I love cha people. It's not their fault they're cha. They didn't choose that. They don't know how awesome it is to not be cha. It's not their fault. Don't blame them. Don't blame them. Yeah, I like to affirm my cha friends, you know, because it's rough being cha in this world, and it's not like it was made for them or anything. You should laugh there. Anyway, yeah, so I'll ask you, like, when did you know you were cha? Was it hard growing up cha? You know, and sometimes I'll be like, oh my God, you know, you're kind of young. Maybe you should give it a little while. You know, make sure, because, you know, it's a little bit of... Thank you.
Where do you get your Chuck clothes?
So now that we have recognized that being queer is the new norm, all you Chuck people, probably none in this room because of the fact that you're here, but all the ones out there that are not here, who are like, why is there a Pride Month? Here's the deal. We're going to make being queer norm, so you all can now have your Chuck Pride Month. And we queer folk will take the other 11. Thank you very much. All right, they haven't dragged me off stage yet. I'm gonna go a little longer. I like this. Waiting for Justin to appear out of the back. I've got to shut down for that. I'll leave you with a couple last thoughts. So recently, I was on my way to yoga class downtown. I'm walking down that yoga oasis near the bus depot, and this guy across the street starts yelling at me and my friend. He's like, "You're going to hell because you're doing yoga."
That's the reason.
And I was like, what the fuck? That's the reason? That's it? It's not the weed, it's not the being trans, no, it's the yoga. Damn. I'm working too hard, folks. I'm working too hard. I got all this sinning to catch up on. Years of being Christian, I'm working hard. I want more credit than just doing yoga. That's my set. I'm Andrea.